this series.
Yeah.
And what better way to go out with a 350-person local on a Wednesday night where we've got people from St. Louis coming out in Henry Luma, a.k.a. Lobster. We've got Syracuse, number 11 in the world. Like, what better could you ask for as far as a finale for a game?
Yeah, Chicago has, I mean, that's within the geography of the city as far as, not even just Smash, like the way that Chicago works as like a location for everything, right?
It's the hub of the hub of the country.
The hub of the country, and like that's where all of the train lines end, you know? So it makes sense as a place to celebrate this end of this game. Well, not the end of the game. The game's not ending until another game is announced. And a lot of these characters that we're seeing here are proof of why the game is not ending, because people like to play them. Like this Bayonetta and this Rob that we're seeing in game number 1, Shelter versus Lobster, and he's dead off the top.
And this is a matchup where, as a Rob player, it's the last thing you want to see in your bracket. It's really difficult for Rob to get out of these combos from Bayonetta. You saw there on the first stock. And Shelter's been under a full head of steam here, too, in this bracket. Upset after upset, so that's the last thing you want to see on the other side of the screen is Shelter on this Bayonetta in a bad matchup.
Yeah, and Shelter's like maybe the 20th seed, not too high up in the top 8s, but we're already in winner semis, and we're seeing Shelter continue that run. Already up a stock.
And on the flip side, you have Lobster, a.k.a. Henry Luma, one of the all-time greats from St. Louis, coming in. He hasn't been playing as much lately, but here he is in winner semis. And again, you talk about a matchup you don't want to see. It's this Bayonetta. You're seeing why it's so difficult for Rob to get out of these combos and get his own advantage state.
And you rip the up smash, make it down to 2 stocks to 1, which is better than nothing.
And then ultimately, it is best of 5 finally for these players that have been playing so many sets in best of 3. Not really accustomed to that in Ultimate nowadays. So you do have some time to figure out the matchup, figure out the player. So if you're Henry, this is just kind of a get data game.
What was the total number in the bracket, Jacob? It was 250 something?
I said it like 3 times.
30 times?
3!
Okay. It was 3 times.
Let me see. I've
There
got
quite a
like
few
the
DQs, but
292 with the DQs.
still alive for a Wednesday night in Skokie, Illinois.
Skokie, on a thunderstorm predicted night.
Yeah.
Where it's hard to drive out here.
But people made it out. Plenty of people did. And Shelter trying to take this game 1. He is going to get it with that back air with a fat 2 stock in front of the Chicago crowd.
And that back air was from really deep, right? Like that was a rising double jump back air from under the stage. And took Henry Luma by surprise.
Yeah, just having, the triple jump on Bayonetta gives you a lot more flexibility to recover and work around those Rob down airs at the ledge. And this is ultimately, again, where you have to find the holes in the offense from Shelter and get off to a better lead, because if Rob can sit back and shoot those drivers, shoot those lasers, it makes it a lot easier to play around the advantage state, but you still have to deal with those ABKs.
That's exactly what Lobster had planned there. He rolled to the right side and then just immediately fired out the top and just like, I'm going to play the horizontal space. But now the stage is taken away entirely, and we're resetting onto Pokemon Stadium when Shelter has been so excellent at taking away the stage previously on Game 1.
And I think part of it, too, is the fact that Rob loves to go high with those up Bs, but Bayonetta is one of the very few characters that can actually chase him up there and punish him for recovering high.
Oh!
But punishing the high recovery there, again, get that forward smash.
Now Lobster in a really good position. And as long as you can keep resetting with this top, you'll continue to be in a good position, but it's turned around with a back air off the platform.
And here we go, which twist coming through, which time, going to give him a lot of fairs.
Those fair resets were really sweet.
go.
But
Gonna catch that high DI, but great DI down on the mix-up from Lobster. Gonna keep him alive for a little bit longer. These two are just really not resetting into neutral as the stock goes on.
Yeah, it's not matter because Bayonetta can just KO Rob from really any position on the stage, but that witch time miss could have been a bigger punish, but instead it's trying to reset with the top. However, you mix up the Rob up air DI and it doesn't matter.
And starting to punish those ABK reads too. You're seeing Lobster hold center more to just keep that offense, keep it reactable to those approach options from Bayonetta. So if he can hold that distance, it's making it a lot more difficult for Shelter to approach.
And Shelter was really reading jump in that corner position, but Lobster was not giving it up. As long as you're not giving up the jump, maybe you can live a little bit longer. And okay, you're here in Chicago, pop off a little bit for Shelter there as that stock is taken.
Another up tilt into a back air. Shelter, though, still is starting to struggle to find this offense consistently. And Henry Luma, again, just staying around that Pokeball range to try to avoid these combos. And even there, only quote-unquote taking 50%.
What's the juggle? Okay, I thought the juggle could have continued there, but Shelter was just off the mark on some of these Rob combos. I like that you brought up the Pokeball combo. It's like specifically that range on Pokemon Stadium when you're in the center and then it goes to either distance on the Pokeball. Oh, the missed tech.
Yeah, but great just survivability from Shelter there, just avoiding the deadly final conversion, trying to get his own off the top here. You need this game if you're Lobster, but another up tilt and another back air is another stock, and Shelter is up 2-0. One game away from winners finals in the finale of the Nation 400.
This venue's so loud for that Game 2 win for Shelter. Oh my goodness. There's so many people here rooting for their hometown heroes in this venue. Again, it's a 300-person Wednesday.
And we're seeing the switch to Aegis here too. I get it, man. Like, this matchup sucks for Rob. Like, if you feel like you can out-neutral him with a character that, you know, can make it a lot easier to get out of these Bayonetta combos, you might as well try it.
And will it work? Because there have been plenty of Aegis players in the Chicagoland area, right? So do you know this matchup well enough to be Lobster here? We'll find out.
Well, Bayonetta obviously has the edge guarding ability on Aegis if he can get him off stage, but staying on PS2 means that Mithra has a lot of room to move around Bayonetta, get these ticky-tack combos. You already see Lobster attacking on 59%.
Yeah, it's working out well as far as like the numbers go for Mithra here, but okay, this is a big Bayonetta combo right back that will take the lead here for Shelter.
No, and that's missing that conversion on the downer is so crucial. We might have been able to get an up B, and he's gonna find one there instead. So far, paying off handsomely for Lobster is this switch.
Yeah, that's the other thing about these Pyra/Mithra switches. You have a little bit of freedom in between, right? You have those invulnerability frames. And so it works out here for Lobster.
But just mashing that side B, man. And you show a little bit of inexperience with the character there. Definitely could have made it back with an air dodge into that photon edge, but just mashing it a little too early, but still in great shape here. And packing on these up airs with Pyra. Just continues to play this wall out game, and another up B coming through.
And that time it's a little bit stale, and that's going to keep Bayonetta alive as we move into this. Oh, okay, just let it rip.
I love that high Chroma Dust, though, just to keep Bayonetta away, who takes a little bit longer to snap to that ledge. But continuing to put on this pressure is Shelter, and it's going to be a stop.
It's the loudest I've heard this venue in several years.
And why would it not be? There's so many other Chicago players you'd expect to be in winners finals of this tournament. You didn't think it would be Shelter, who's been around on the PR for so long in Chicago. No one would be happy to see in this winners finals than Shelter. Been a big fan favorite in the scene for a long time, and he's one stock away.
Can he make it happen here? Okay, that
that was a great jump call out.
That side B was almost enough, but then he's just continuing to find these angles versus Mithra. Mithra's so hard to combo because, again, the frame data is excellent.
But those tilts close to Bayonetta's shield are not safe. You keep seeing him get up B after up B, and just needs one more good hit. He'll slide back air, not quite going to do it, but off stage with the character he's not comfortable with, he is going to make it back to the ledge.
And that dash attack also shielded safely. Let's see if Pyra can turn it around. Oh! That was so close.
This Pyra's really been the MVP for Lobster in this game, but
back
that
throw!
Where a lot from Bayo is going to kill. Especially in the corner, you have to get back to the ledge, and he isn't going to do it. It Shelters and Winners Finals in Ignition 400.
What a perfect edge guard from Shelter to seal that stock. Shelter is moving on to guaranteed top 3. What a crazy game from him.
Getting dapped up by Raven King. Like, again, you talk about there's no one that people would be happier for in the Chicago scene. An active member for so many years and the PR for so long. What a fantastic story for the finale of this event.
And this might be his first Ignition win if he continues this run.
Well, to get to that point,